Capricorn, what up, what up? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a look into the year ahead today for the sign of Capricorn. Wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart, keep in mind we all have a 10th house as part of our birth charts, and we all deal with Cap energy to some degree in our realities. Time and energy are also fluid. So take what resonates here today in this message and leave the rest for someone else. And these messages are timeless as well. So whenever you find yourself here, whenever you stumble across this reading, there will be something here for you to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you. Ultimately, these messages are intended to help bring us into alignment with our highest selves, with our highest timelines, with our best lives. Tapping into the Cap energy today, I use this Moonology deck along with the Illuminated Earth Oracle Capricorn. I think this is going to be a really big, transformative, probably life-changing, trajectory-changing year for you. So let's run through these cards. We'll kind of break down what we have here. And for those of you, I've been getting comments like the reading starts at this time, the tarot reading. Yeah, I grabbed some cards first to help me connect with the energy that's wanting to come through in the reading. So the reading actually starts right now, and this is just kind of an overlook of the energy here, and then we'll get into the tarot. So for those of you that just want to skip straight to the tarot, feel free to drop a timestamp or whatever, but this is very much part of the reading as well. The first card to come through for you today, Capricorn: adjustments are required with the third quarter moon. Then we have faith in your dreams with the waxing crescent. And then we have the gibbous moon. And this card says you're very close to achieving your goals. Adjustments are required. Have faith in your dreams. You are very close to achieving your goal. And on the bottom of the Moonology deck, I always take the bottom card as kind of an underlying energy here. It says your hard work is paying off. Capricorn, going with the flow, staying power, perseverance, words that came through as I flipped the deck over and saw this, your hard work is paying off, especially with the adjustments are required out here. Okay, I feel like you're going through, again, a period of shift and changing, a period of release, a period of letting go. It's like Capricorn is hopping onto this new timeline, and everything that you've been working through for the past couple of years is kind of like, it feels like it's dissolving in one way or another in order to bring in the new. In the Illuminated Earth Oracle, you got retreat, release, you got underworld and obstacle, and then you got potential. I was feeling hermit vibes coming through with this retreat card. It's kind of like going, and when I say hermit vibes, it's this energy of really going within at this time, Capricorn, to work through anything internally and externally that may be hindering your growth, blocking you, stopping you. I feel intuitively, Capricorn, like a lot of this might be internal stuff, parts of our programming, parts of our conditioning. But then with that said, as within, so without, there may be obstacles external to you, people, places, situations, that you find yourself in that are just maybe done or not going anywhere, things that are blocking you, things that are prohibiting you from getting to whatever this end game, this goal, this dream may be. And for all of us, it's different, but I think we all, to one degree or another, feel internally that energy when things are done, when things are over with, when we're forcing to, continue with things that may not be serving us anymore. And I really feel that, collectively speaking, as Pluto's finally shifted out of your sign and we're done with that, I feel like this is the energy of moving into a new world. So it's kind of like, what from this old world, what from these old structures is asking to be worked through or released or removed at this time. And that's really what I feel 2025 is going to be about. I've gotten some comments about the readings, these collective readings. They've really been, this year is going to be a year of alignment, which means there's just a lot fading away in order to get us to 2026, which is going to be a completely new world for all of us, regardless of what your signs are, what your chart looks like, where these signs resonate at in your birth chart. We're moving into a new world, and it's gonna look different on everybody, but that's the goal. That's where we're trying to get to, and it's happening throughout this year. So this energy aligns perfect with that. It's like anything, that's stopping our growth is going to be looked at. It's going to be brought up to the surface. We're going to be able to work through it in order to expand, in order to align with these dreams, with these goals, with whatever it may be, with this new world, just to put it simply, right? So I really feel like it's going to be a big year for the Capricorn collective. I am going to say a quick prayer. Feel free to join me, and then we'll dive into the tarot. For these year ahead readings, I've been using the tarot to grab a couple of cards, a card or two for each quarter of the year, and then I've been switching decks and jumping into each month and breaking it down that way, just so we can get a general idea of what to expect energetically as we move through this year. Now, before I jump into prayer, 111, 111, 1111, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3. Those numbers have been extremely active since I've connected to your energy, Capricorn, and it's been really over the past few days that I've been really wanting to jump into your energy and being called to bring your message through. So maybe there's some relevance to that as well, where it's like waiting for the right time, or but I also feel like those synchronicities are going to be significant for some of you. Maybe you've already been seeing 111 or 1111, or maybe you have already been seeing 1 2 3 4 or 1 2 3. And all that to the side, I think that's just confirmation of this portal, of this new beginning, of these steps that are required, these small progressive steps towards something, right? 1 2 3 4. It's like we're working our way up. 111 and 1111 is a new start. It's a portal. It's a gateway in, an opportunity to step into union with what is really for us. So drop it down in the comments if you've been seeing those synchronicities, and if you haven't been, I'm sure you're going to start noticing them in your reality, because when I say they've been coming, I mean they have been coming through heavy. It's like everywhere I look, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So Capricorn's got something new in the works, all right? And I feel like this is how we get there. So let's jump into prayer, and we will dive into this message. Holy Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for my goat gang today for their highest good. Anything Cap needs to hear or know, any messages that'll bring the family clarity and confirmation, healing, wisdom, understanding, any messages that will empower Cap and help them align with their highest selves, with their highest timelines, with their best lives. And of course, above all of our worldly concerns down here any messages that will help the collective align with the highest divine will for our journeys, for their journeys, for our journeys through this lifetime will be truly appreciated. All praise and glory to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. We're going to start with this double major deck and grab a theme of the year. One's already coming out. I'm going to grab one more just because that jumped out. That jumped out. King of Pentacles and the Empress. Okay, and this is in perfect alignment with this energy. Adjustments are required. Have faith in your dreams. It's like, how do we get to this Empress energy? Sometimes it takes these flash breakthroughs and realizations. Sometimes it takes a little bit of help from the universe to kind of break us out of these structures, to show us the truth, to bring us the answers. And sometimes that's shocking, sometimes that's intense. I feel like this tower is a very good tower, being out here with the Empress and the King of Pentacles. It's like whatever this tower is for you, or whatever it represents in your reality, these structures that are crumbling, these situations that are ending, these whatever it may be, these realizations, these are bringing us, Queen of Swords on the bottom, looking in that mirror, these are bringing us clarity about ourselves, about our goals, about our reality, about our desires, about our paths, right? Which is ultimately going to lead us into this abundance, into this beauty, into this grounded stability, into this, for some of you, wealth, right? So definitely an adjustment phase, an adjustment year for the sign of Capricorn. Now with that, I'm going to use this astrology deck to, I'm not sure the exact name of this deck, it's the astrology deck, to grab a card or two for each quarter, and then we will, after I do that, we'll get into this other deck and we'll break it down month by month. So what is the first quarter looking like, please, for Capricorn? And we're already, well into the first quarter as I am recording this on the last day of January for you, Capricorn. So February, March, right? What's the rest of the first quarter looking like for Capricorn? Please, Spirit, sheesh. What's the second quarter look like for Cap? Okay, how about the third quarter? Let me just make sure I'm not getting all of this. I make a mess when I do these readings. I want to make sure it's in some type of order. What's the third quarter look like for Cap? Ooh, something that we can't see. And what's the last quarter of the year look like for Go Gang? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, a lot coming out for you, Cap. I intend to only grab a card or two, and Spirit's kind of throwing a lot out here, but it's clear. It's clear. Bottom of the deck, check it out, Cap. On the bottom of the deck, there's our underlying, right? That's our underlying energy for this message, and it's the very first card of the tarot. It's a major arcana, which is, it's a big leap and step spiritually. This is energy of like important. This is an important energy for your soul's journey through this reality, through this life, okay? And the Fool is all about trust, new beginnings, new adventures. It's a clean slate, literally, number 0, right? So for the first quarter, and then we'll break it down by month. We have the Four of Cups with the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. I feel like a lot of relationship and contractual seventh house type clarity coming in for the sign of Capricorn. I feel like you're being offered kind of like a gift from the universe right now. And what I feel from this, Capricorn, is like it would be the perfect time to really reflect on our karmic contracts and our relationships, especially of the past, and familial contracts and relationships as well, and really try to see the deeper meaning. Maybe some of you with this Ace of Swords are already kind of in this process, gaining this clarity about the relationships and contracts in your life. And I feel like with this Four of Cups and this Ace of Swords, there's like this opportunity, if we see the hand of the divine, the hand of the universe reaching into our reality with this full cup. And here is this breakthrough, this new idea, this new direction. It's like, here is an opportunity to move in a new direction, to truly be fulfilled, to truly experience love and happiness and joy. And I think this is going to be about working with this energy, and that's kind of what we see going into the next quarter. So let's break down. Grab a card for January, just because, and then we will get into, so Seven of Pentacles, then we'll get into February and March. One more card for February, please. Thank you. Yeah, wow, you guys. I think there's going to be so many breakthroughs this year for Capricorn. What about March? Ooh. Such a deeply healing year. It looks like February we're going to really be gaining the clarity on what's hindering us, what's stopping us. For a lot of the collective, this is like internal monologue. The way we talk to ourselves, what we believe we can achieve or what we can receive, what we believe we are worthy of. I just saw, as I said, what we believe we can receive and achieve. 2 number 8s, 1717. So 1s and 7s. The number 8, though, to me, it has to do with our abundance. It has to do with our soul's path. If we turn that 8 sideways, we kind of get that infinity symbol. So it's like, what loops are keeping us stuck or keeping us away from being in this energy of fulfillment? And I think Capricorn is getting these deep realizations, and it's kind of like you're able to take that sort of clarity, that sort of truth, that breakthrough, that epiphany, and it kind of is like setting you free in some way. Maybe for some of you, this first quarter is an opportunity to set yourself free from something or someone, right? What is getting in the way of my happiness? And maybe that's something to reflect on as we move through February. What is getting in the way of my happiness internally, and what is getting in the way of my happiness and fulfillment externally? Maybe take some notes, maybe spend some time reflecting on that, because I see March coming through as like the awakening and the healing and the washing away and the release of whatever this may be. This, to me, feels like deep realizations and self-love and self-care, and definitely feeling and working through the emotions that are tied in with whatever this is. Where we come into the third quarter, we have Temperance and King of Swords. So to me, and we see the King of Swords is actually kind of looking back toward this first quarter of the year with this wisdom, with this deeper understanding, and the Temperance energy really represents working with that, right? We're taking this heavier leaden energy and we're turning it into gold somehow. We're integrating the wisdom that we have gained through this. And we're aligning internally with our truth. We're speaking, claiming, and affirming our goals, our dreams, our abundance, our worth. And, patiently working with this energy to get to this to get to this new beginning, to get to this clean slate, to enter into this new adventure. So it really feels for Capricorn like there's a major cycle of your life that you're wrapping up. I think a lot of you are closer than you think. So with this, adjustments are required. Have faith. You're very close to achieving your goals. Your hard work is paying off. It's like what you put into this, Capricorn, you're going to get out tenfold, right? And so if you are being called to kind of withdraw a little bit, I think that's going to be very beneficial for you in all aspects of your life, in your inner healing journey, but also in helping you to make room in your life for these blessings. So what does April look like for the sign of Capricorn? Please, Spirit. Hermit, there we go. That is the King of Swords and Temperance energy. Hermit, Four of Swords. So it feels like this spring you're really going within. You are really slowing down, Capricorn, and reflecting on all of it, okay? I'm hearing integration, so this feels like a period of integration, and it feels like you're really being called out of some type of comfort zone, right? And our comfort zones aren't always necessarily comfortable. But it's like we're coming out of some habitual thought pattern or way of doing things or way of being. We're pulling in and we're learning to redirect that energy to some degree, in some way. May. As we move into the summer. Up here in the northern hemisphere, at least. Yeah, there we go. What about June? There we go. It feels like things are getting so much lighter, so much better here. We have the Sun and the Page of Cups. So this is almost an energy. I mean, it feels like you're rising in consciousness. You're ascending in a big way. It feels like this clarity is coming in for Capricorn. It's like this dream is coming online. For some of you, I heard coming back online, this new version of this dream, this clarity, this goal, this end game, this light at the end of the tunnel. It's like coming into focus, and we're playing with that, right? We're doing things that make us happy. We are caring for ourselves. We are learning to play, okay? And so where this energy here in the first quarter feels a bit heavy, it feels a bit dense, I do see the second quarter here lightening that load, and you are in a different energy here, and it feels like we're able to move, and really it feels like May and June, you're really holding that line. It feels like you've really overcome something in a big way, and you're being asked to ground that down into your physical reality and really hold the line. And I'm also feeling like a lot of my Capricorns are going to be, for some of you, learning, but for others of you, really anchoring into the energy of attraction, the energy of your abundance. So that when I say that, this is things like gratitude, right? And knowing your worth, and really kind of claiming that internally, in order to start attracting, in order to ground down into your inherent divinity and abundance, the fact that you never lack anything. And it feels like you're really learning, Capricorn, to move from that space. July, August, September. This is, okay, first quarter is like all these realizations, second quarter feels like this locking into that and working with that, as to where the third quarter feels like you're really learning, Capricorn. You're not learning. It feels like you are owning that. It feels like you're choosing you. It feels like you are boldly taking action. It feels like you're owning all of yourself here, and you're moving from that space authentically and bravely. And is that a word? Bravely? It feels like this third quarter, there's a lot of fun. You might be hitting a crossroads here in the third quarter. July. What's July look like for Cap? Yeah, this may be some type of crossroads. I think this is kind of the portal, is what I'm hearing. The portal into the new world as we move into the third quarter of this year, where you're closing the door on this old world. When I say that too, what I mean is like you've worked through this stuff and it's becoming less prominent in your everyday waking reality. Where it's like here, this is very much on your mind, in your mental space. Then here, it's kind of like we're working with that and through that. Here, it's like, okay, we're in this new energy. This is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is where I'm going. July, we have the King of Wands and the Moon. So I think July is going to be taking some type of bold action or step into something that might be scary or unknown. August, we do have Leo energy and Cancer energy with the Chariot and Strength, 2 major arcana. So I think whatever this bold action you're taking into this unknown is really going to pay off. I think you're being called to have strength and to make a move or to take action in some way come this third quarter that is going to align you with these goals. Also, I feel the goals, the dream, coming closer. It feels closer here in this third quarter. So it really does. It feels like you're stepping through this portal here between the second and third quarter, and it's like, okay, now we're almost there. Now we're here. It's here. Right? We may still need to move and shift a little bit. It's not like here, but it's here. If that makes sense. That's kind of what this feels like. And it feels like there's this much deeper knowing of where you're going and what you want and how far you've come. It's like you're moving from this completely new space, Capricorn, throughout this year. So again, I think this is literally going to be life-changing for you. I think you're transforming into your next form. September. What's September look like for Cap? Temperance again with the Tower. 8 of Pentacles. So this Chariot really does feel like it's leaving an old world behind. It feels like whatever this third quarter is, it brings that epiphany or that breakthrough or that realization or that shift, that change, that move, that this is all kind of building up toward. You are being called to have patience through this year, Capricorn, and to give yourself the space to work through this. And I think the message here is like, but ultimately, you gotta know that you are moving into something so beautiful and so much better here. That dream that goal, it may be shifting and changing, and I think this is you shifting and changing and moving with that flow of energy. October, November, December, we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this is the part where we're like fully out of the old. We're getting out of that comfort zone. We're moving on to calmer waters. Sorry, Cap. This thing cuts off after so long. So last quarter here. Again, Six of Swords, Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands came out as well. This is where it's feeling like we are fully letting go. I think this is going to be a year of really perseverance, Capricorn, and rolling with this. I think it's going to be a year of taking bold action, authentic action. I think you're being called to move in new directions and to say things and to do things that maybe for Pentacles you're not used to doing, or you wouldn't have done back here. But this is like we're in this new world, and we're being called to boldly move forward. And you finish the year out here with this Nine of Wands. It's like we are there. We're right there. And so and with the Six of Swords as well, it's like the worst of the storm is over. Keep pushing forward, keep taking action, Capricorn. Let the past go, let those comfort zones go. Get out of your comfort zone and let's go. So what does, let's see, October look like for Capricorn? King of Swords, Eight of Swords. What does November look like for Capricorn? And December. Some of you are like manifesting true love, soulmate love. Some of you are truly going through this deep awakening process, this deep healing journey, and it's like you're there, you're here, you have done a lot of work here, and you're coming into your truth and aligning with your truth. October, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. Maybe you're saying something that you've been scared to say, or doing something that you've been scared to do, or overthinking or stressing about. You're taking action here. You're boldly doing it. You're going for it. You're using the wisdom that you've gained along your journey, Capricorn, to free yourself. What is this, Spirit? In November, we have the Hanged Man and the Lovers. Some of you are freeing yourself from past relationships, or family relationships, or even like familial trauma and wounding. It almost feels like this enlightenment, this awakening toward the end of the year here, and then you're moving from that space. What I feel from this is there's this feeling of being so close. I think this is also about the realization, Capricorn, that everything you have been through and went through, and all of these energies that you've been navigating have really taught you a lot. And it's like, what do we do with all of that? How do we incorporate that in our journey, in our life, in our relationships, in our decisions? Six of Wands. It's an overcoming. It's a victory. It is success. For some of you, you're like putting yourself out there here. And maybe there's some stress, some overanalyzation doing. That's not a message for everyone, but some of you are like getting up there, speaking your truth, shining your light, letting yourself be seen. I think for others, there's definitely some deep like relationship healing energies here that you're working through, and I think you're growing and you're learning and you're ascending through that. You're becoming the fullest, best version of yourself. I think you're seeing a lot of ways that things were being reflected back to you through the people in your life, through family members, through lovers, through friends, right? What is this in December, Spirit, as we close this year out? Yeah, it's like a full release. It really is, you guys. We have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Swords. It's like we're choosing. We realize it. We see it. We're going. We're saying. We're doing. We're planting those seeds. So yeah, it really does. It feels like a year of adjustment. Somebody was like, you're already talking about 2026. It's the beginning of 2025. And yeah, because I feel like that's ultimately that is where we're trying to go. So 2025 is a 9-year, right? It's an ending of a cycle. Just generally speaking, when we add 2 + 2 + 5, we get 9. So this year carries the vibration of the number 9. For those of you that want to connect deeper with that, go to my esoteric numerology playlist and tap in with the video number 9. And that's what this year is, right? It is the Tower fully coming down in all ways. And for those of you that are not super versed in tarot, the Tower is not, it's not necessarily meaning something bad, right? And really, when you think about it, like this tower standing tall, like we built this tower, but what do you think it would be like living in this tower day in and day out? It's like cold in there, and it's like, you know, dark, and it's like these towers are structures in our lives that we've built or we've been programmed or conditioned, that have been erected in our lives, that are not serving us, that are not, you know, the best places to be, especially for how far we've come and for where we are going. So what are the structures in your life? Pluto is out of Capricorn now, Cappy. All of the old structures, all of them, there is literally no Capricorn energy right now, astrologically speaking. That phase is over. That version of us is over. That version of life is over. All that came with it is over. So this year is going to be releasing, tying loose ends, coming into the internal realization ourselves that that is over, and allowing space for the new to come through, and allowing ourselves to make mistakes, and allowing ourselves to boldly take action, and allowing ourselves to, Page of Cups, dream, and allowing ourselves to have a new truth or to align with this deeper truth, and allowing ourselves to move toward what it is we know and we feel we deserve. And also the realizations, Capricorn, that you deserve the world, that you deserve so much more, that you deserve, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I think there's a lot of epiphanies coming through this year for Capricorn. There's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of downloads. There's a lot of new ideas. And I think the message here is really to give that space, Capricorn, and hold that line, to continue connecting with your spirit guides, with your angels, with the divine, with the universe, with something higher, with the unseen, and co-create this new reality. What does that look like for you. And if you feel like dropping that down in the comments, go ahead and do it, and drop that sunshine emoji down in the comments to claim this, to claim that there's that light at the end of the tunnel. There's our abundance, there's our wealth, there's our joy, there's our happiness, there is our awakening. Those are higher states of consciousness. This is our ascension, Capricorn, and this is the year of ascension, straight up. And I feel like you can say I did it, right? This is all about just following your guidance throughout this year. Follow that guidance. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't stress. The divine, the universe, God has your back here, family. The star right under that. So this is just such deep. The star comes after the tower, right? This is all about healing. It's all about alignment, wish fulfillment, dreams come true. Filling your cup with endless possibilities. Splashing that over the canvas of life, stepping through this portal, Four of Wands, into your wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups, into the love of your dreams, into this relationship with your soulmates, platonic and romantic, your soul family, your soul mates, with the people, the places, the situations that are really for you, Capricorn, on a soul level. So I hope you're able to take something from this message. Again, 212 as I look over, but also 111, 1111, 1234, 123. 7's coming through in your message as well. 9's coming through in your message as well. Heavy as hell over here. Drop the synchronicities you've been seeing down below in the comments. I'm interested to kind of see where you are at in this, and let me know, have you been seeing 111, 123, 1234, 777, 333 is coming through as well. This is a new world, family. Let's grab a couple oracle cards. But again, I hope you're able to take something from this message that helps you, take something of value that you can take with you through this year. And feel free to come back to this reading at any point in time through this year to tap back in with that, or to let me know how you're doing, how things are going. I know for me personally, in my life, things are changing in such a big way, and I'm excited. It's scary, it's different, it's out of our comfort zones, but it is new, and it is divinely orchestrated and oriented, and it is for our highest good. Also, North Node's moving into Pisces, South Node's in Virgo, family. This is going to be all about your health, your spiritual connection, grounding your spiritual connection and spiritual practice into your everyday world and life and reality in a way that's beneficial to you, mind, body, and spirit. It's so important with this Virgo Pisces axis to stay grounded, to be here in the world, but to connect with spirit, to connect with something higher as well, and to find that middle ground, right? Because if we get too far on either edge of that spectrum, you know, it can be too much. It can be too much when we're too far over toward that Virgo axis, and we're overthinking, overanalyzing, overly critical, needing to control, needing to, right, the shadow side, if we go too far over to that way. And then if we go too far over to Pisces, we're literally in La La Land. We're, what do they say? We're Delulu, right? And we are, how does your spiritual connection, this is really what it is. How does your spiritual connection benefit you on a soul level? How do the downloads, the epiphanies, the spiritual gifts that you have and that are opening up for you, how do they benefit you on a soul level? Or do they just throw you way out into outer space and then you're just kind of floating around? And what are you doing in a worldly sense? How is it helping your health? Mentally, spiritually, physically? How is it helping your life? Is it adding value to your life? And on the other side of that, how are your routines helping your life? Is your work satisfying you? Are your habits healthy? Right? Are you being too critical on yourself, too controlling? Can we loosen our grip? Jesus take the wheel type energy. Can we let spirit drive, have confidence and faith? This is going to be a year where we all get to practice that a little bit. So what's the message for Capricorn? It says you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Stop ruminating over what you did or did not do. Let it go and let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. It's a message for Capricorn. Check in. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It is always helpful. We also have healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You are going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart, Capricorn. What's the message for my Cappies, please, Spirit? What's the message for the Goat Gang? Yeah, look at this. Is Ascension on the bottom. Capricorn, this is about you aligning with your life purpose. I don't ever think we're not in alignment with that. I don't ever think we're unaligned with that. I think everything changes always. I think we have night, and then we have day, and then again we have night, and then we have day, and the sun comes up and it goes down, and we go through all of the seasons, and everything is in a perpetual state of shifting and changing, as are we, right, Cap? Our whole reality shows us that. And I think this is a new level, the next step, the next phase, whatever you want to call it, of your dharma, of your purpose, of the work that you came here to do, right? Internally and in the real world. And this card says dharma unfolding. Remember that you're on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And Cappy, my old souls, my Goat Gang, you already know the answers you seek, family. Trust what you know. And we also have these light activations. As soon as I saw this card, I heard Pluto and Aquarius, and I do feel we're all going to be receiving these light codes, these activations, these upgrades, whatever you want to call it, and however you want to say it, you know, regardless of how you word it. We're being nailed right now with solar flare energy, with that radiation. We are truly, regardless of how you want to call it, we are reaching higher and higher states of consciousness. This is awakening within us, our truth, our true selves, our higher selves. And the connection's just going to continue to get stronger and stronger. And I feel like the more and more our little self tries to fight that, combat that, I feel like the harder it's going to be, right? And this card says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. We will grab a message from Ma, but I'm being guided to grab a card from this Threads of Fate deck as well. And Capricorn, thank y'all so much for your patience with me and with the channel throughout this last year, 2024. I appreciate you all for being here. If you're still here, y'all know I love you. Welcome to all the new people. But yeah, I think this is super exciting for all of us, right? I think we all have so much more to offer, and I'm truly geeked to see what this brings. Message for Cat. I am geeked up. Self-love, my babies. Versatility on the bottom. Maybe some of you are being called to work with plant medicine in some way. Or maybe some of you are being called to check your habits. take it how it resonates. Versatility, family. Which can we roll with them punches to get to what's real? Let's find this self-love card though and read it. I think that's the message. I feel that's the message. Number 74, which is what? An 11. And it is the element of water. It's raining so hard out. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Take a second. Let's just feel it. Let it wash away. Let it wash away. And rainy days, right? The whole vibe is, at least for me, and I always find that I kind of like go with the weather, internally and energetically speaking. It's like, let's just chill. Let's take a self-love day. Let's watch a movie today. Let's slow down and do something we enjoy doing. Let's let this energy wash over us, whatever it may be. Loving one's self is one of those larger concepts that is difficult to truly integrate. We're conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny, or minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. This brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing those voices and negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. And I really see that's happening on a deep level for Capricorn, right? This month of February, we have the devil with the 10 of Cups. How is that negative voice within us impacting our happiness, our fulfillment, our soul family, our soul mission? And I think it's a perfect time, right? Rainy day energy to reflect on that. To know that you're divine, to let that divinity wash over you. And to do that, we have to cultivate a bit of inner stillness. We have to learn to ground down into the present moment and remember that fear is a projection of something that literally does not exist. The next moment is not real. We only have now. And dwelling on the past is not going to bring anything more than more of that same energy, regardless of if it has the same face or looks the same or not. If we're stuck in an old energy, then the universe is going to show us that by continuing to bring it up and asking us, how do we release? What do you need to forgive? What do you need to work through? What do you need to adjust? How can we bring more love into this? Beyond that, we often decide that we need to love ourselves in order to attain or achieve something. Like, I need to love myself so I can attract a partner. To truly love oneself is to do so without any expectations or hopeful outcomes. The relationship with oneself is the most intimate relationship we'll ever have, and it's a daily endeavor. Rather than viewing self-love as a day of pampering or fighting that which is holding you back, let all of it fall away. Be washed away for a few moments and ask your heart, body, and spirit when you wake up, what do you need from me? How can I truly support you? What will nurture you? How can I deepen my relationship with you? And continue to check in with yourself throughout the day. Peacock medicine for this card always reminds me of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Maybe some of you are being called to dive into the Gita, or to connect with Lord Krishna as well. That's not for everybody, but it's for someone. Imagine seeing a peacock skulking around and hiding its colors and feathers. It wouldn't seem quite right. Anyone who's seen a peacock in real life will tell you that this is the opposite of what they do. They're incredibly aware of their majestic qualities, and they use it to their advantage, especially in mating. Peacock invites you to unearth the beauty and unique aspects of self that have been hidden away. Peacocks are not born with their colorful feathers. These grow in around 2 years of age. For humans, it's quite the opposite. We're born in perfection. It is life that conditions us to forget it. Peacock is an ally for standing proudly in who you are. And I'm getting a message that for somebody watching, and maybe for a lot of us. What happened in your childhood? What happened around 2 years of age, or in your upbringing, in your phase of being conditioned and programmed? What happened that made you hide the color of your feathers, that made you not want to speak up, that made you think that you were not worth this, that you were not worth wealth, that you were not worth love, that you were not worth abundance, right? Was it family stuff? Was it your own self-talk? And where did that come from? And how can we heal that? How can we work through that? How can we integrate the wisdom of that not being us into creating something better or helping someone else? Hibiscus is an ally in remembering its gentle energy. In remembering its gentle energies, awaken the heart to its core essence, allowing us to more deeply connect with ourselves and life around us. In a world where many of us have been told to hide the softer aspects of ourselves, hibiscus is a teacher in embracing those qualities. Sit with hibiscus and consider journaling or reflecting around the following. What do you consider soft? How do you personally embody it? Do you ever view softness as weakness? And do you reject it in yourself or in others? Capricorn. Let's grab a message from the Divine Mother, and then we'll call it a day. Ma, what is the message for Capricorn, please? Low key, like flooding out there. What's the message for Capricorn? Devi Makali. No matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, Kali is here for you always. Yours is the safety and sanctuary of her divine love. She's your soft place to fall and your kindest and most enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift your experience from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. Ma, can we get one more message for the GOAT gang? You got Lalita. A chapter in your life is closing, Capricorn, and will not be reopened. This will be reason for celebration. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through divine grace. You shall enjoy a change of pace and a release from intensity. So open your heart to the beginning of your golden era. Open your heart to the beginning of your golden era, Capricorn. Let's go. Thank you all so much for being here in this space with me. Thank you for everyone who has liked the video, dropped a comment, spent your time here with me, sent donations, all of the things. You are truly appreciated and honored. I hope you're able to take something from this message. I hope you're having a blessed beginning of your new year, and happy new moon in Aquarius and all of that. Capricorn, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to see you beautiful beings on the next reading.